Hey everybody, I apologize for the lighting in this video. Keep watching, you'll see what I mean. And make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to tell you when we were allowed to finally leave the ship. Good morning, everybody. I'm just finishing up a 10-day cruise here on the NCL Viva. We started in Istanbul, Turkey, went to some Greek islands, had an overnight stay in Alexandria, Egypt, which was very fascinating, and now we've ended here in Athens, Greece, and something has happened to me that has never happened on all 40-something cruises I've been on. I'm going to tell you about it in just a minute. I'm Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. I've been making travel videos for over 15 years of popular and not so popular tourist destinations to give you a very honest, unofficial look at what it's like to be there. And I've also published 2 books of travel stories of true things that have happened to me around the world. Getting Stitches on a Cruise Ship and Places Please are available on Amazon now. Usually, when a cruise finishes, the crew is very motivated about getting everybody off the ship as quickly as possible, turning the cabins over, cleaning all the areas, and then they have a little bit of a break before the new group of passengers are allowed to board. Well, today, the morning started out like usual. We had to leave our cabin by 8:30 in the morning. They started calling the groups out to leave the ship. You get color-coded tag, and then they call the colors, one by one to say, okay, everybody with a golden tag can leave now, everybody with a green tag can leave now, and so on. Well, today is the first time ever that they've said nobody can leave the ship.
As soon as we are cleared to resume, we thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Please relax and wait in any public spaces and lounges. As soon as we are cleared, I'll be back with an update for you. So please do not proceed to deck 4 at this time. Thank you.
After they called 4 or 5 groups, they announced, all right, because of the situation in the terminal at the moment, they have to stop disembarkation. Said, please do not go down to deck 4. Everybody stay where you are. Go find a lounge. Go find some place to sit down. You cannot leave the ship at this time. And I've never had that happen before. And at this moment, I'm really glad that we decided to book a later flight and not an early flight. There was a possibility for a flight at 1 o'clock or I think 20 past 1 in the afternoon today. And at the moment, I would be really nervous if that was our flight. So we have a flight at 5 something this evening, and yeah, now we're totally relaxed. And if they make us stay on the ship here in the Haven and have one more lunch, I'm not going to complain about that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Has this ever happened to you that instead of them kicking you off the ship really early in the morning, they said you cannot leave the ship? I think it's because there's actually 5 ships here. I can see a TUI ship, there's an MSC ship, we're here, there's a Royal Caribbean ship behind us, and then the NCL Epic is also here, and I think it's just too many people all at once. So that's probably what's happening. But yeah, I'm gonna go back inside in the air conditioning, maybe have another cold beverage, and just see what this day holds. Okay, as promised, it was 10:15 when they finally started letting people leave the ship again, and that was just the time that they approved then the next groups to start leaving. So we weren't on land until almost around 10:30, I think it was. And from where we were docked, we were shuttled over to a smaller building. That is where our luggage was waiting. And honestly, the building itself and what was happening inside the building wasn't really that full or chaotic, but outside the building, that is where I think the problems were, and we were trying to figure out what we were going to do and how we were going to get into the city, and it was a little bit stressful, and that's why I didn't film any of that chaotic scene. But there was hundreds, I really mean hundreds, of people waiting in line for taxis. People were trying to cut the line, which I can understand because, if they had an early flight, it's cutting it close. And because we had a lot of time, and because we like to explore and also at times be unnecessarily frugal, we decided we were going to take the public transportation into the city, grab some lunch, and then also take the public transportation to the airport after lunch. It wasn't as easy as we thought, but we did figure it out, and I did film most close to that, I'm putting together a very informational video for you to let you know how you can use the buses and trains to get from the Piraeus port into the city or even right to the airport. Altogether, I think it didn't even cost us like 10 euros. But actually, as I'm saying that, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming it wasn't more than 10 euros. The entrance and the ticket system to the trains in Athens works just like it does in London now. You don't need to buy a ticket. You can just scan your contactless payment option and get into the train. So I have to look at my receipts to figure out how much we actually did spend, because we bought a bus ticket and then we got into the train. We got out, had lunch, and got into another train. I'll let you know in the video. Thanks for sticking around this long. As mentioned, there are going to be more videos coming from this experience, and in just like 4 weeks, I'm also going to be cruising on the brand new Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. So interesting things coming here soon. I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides. Bye-bye.